starting with the Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets.
So the Jets lineup, first line is Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, and Gabe Vilardi. Second line, Nikolai Ehlers, Sean Monahan, Tyler Toffoli. Third line, Nino Niederreiter, Adam Lowry, and Mason Appleton. Fourth line, Morgan Barron, Vladislav Nemesnikov, and Alex Iafallo. D pairs are Josh Morrissey, Dylan DeMello. Second pair, Brendan Dillon, Neil Pionk, and third pair, Logan Stanley, Dylan Sandberg. And in net, we got Connor Hellebuck and Laurent Brossoit, and there's no injuries.
No
So,
injuries.
Avs first line, Jonathan Drouin, Nate McKinnon, and Mikko Rantanen. Second line, Arturi Lehkonen, Casey Middlestat, and Val Nichushkin. Third line, Miles Wood, Ross Colton, and Zach Parise. Totally lost on him being there.
Yeah.
Andrew Cogliano, Yakov Trenin, and Brandon Duhaime. D pairs are Devon Taves, Cale Carr, Sean Walker and Josh Manson, Jack Johnson and Caleb Jones, and the goalies are Georgiev and Justus Anunin.
Injuries, they've got Pavel Francouz, who's out for the season, I believe. Logan O'Connor out for the season. Samuel Girard is day-to-day. And of course, Gabriel Landeskog is not going to be playing.
I'm a big Jets guy.
He's the Jets homer.
I am the Jets homer. My wife is named Marge, and I live in Springfield. No one got that joke? That was a joke.
Yes.
There you go, RA.
No idea.
Anyways, I actually think this will be pretty fun. I think both teams have a very good forward core.
Yeah.
Very deep. I do think the Avs probably have like the better defense core because they have more high end. I mean, Josh Morrissey has been very assist heavy the past few years, so
good offense defenseman for sure.
Yeah. And but this also comes down to goaltending, and by far one team has the better goalie than the other. So I think this makes it a very interesting series because it's like they're close on forwards. Avs probably take defense, but Winnipeg definitely takes goalie. So I again see this being a very close series that goes the length. They have winners in Colorado, but that doesn't mean that Winnipeg won't show up. And it'll be a good series.
This is probably going to be the most fun series in terms of like just closeness of teams. The whole season, it's been them just flip flopping between second and third because Dallas has been pretty far ahead for a while now. But I'd give the edge on forwards to Avs pretty much just because of the high end forwards. I prefer the Avs high end forwards to the higher end forwards on Winnipeg. But as Evan said, they are both very deep forward cores, which the Avs forward core was a lot deeper than I actually expected, which was kind of what I was assuming going into this, that Winnipeg's was going to out depth them. And then the D core, yeah, I definitely give that to the Avs. Just from top to bottom, they're just better D core. Though there are some guys on the Jets D core that are kind of like playoff type guys that I can see being a factor. Goaltending, we'll see. Goaltending, Hellebuck is by far the best goalie in the series, obviously, but also Vezina Trophy this year is pretty much locked for him. He's had like 7 playoffs, and he's only really performed in one of them. So I think that's a thing for him if he can get over that and be the caliber of goalie that we're used to him being in the regular season in the playoffs. Then I can see this being like a very tough series for the Avs to win.
On the other end, if McKinnon and Makar are McKinnon and Makar, I see it's very tough for Winnipeg to win.
And Rantanen. Don't forget Rantanen.
Yes, and Rantanen, yes.
And Parise.
So yeah, it's gonna be really close.
This is a toss-up of toss-ups.
It's a toss-up. I agree it comes down to Hellebuck here if he performs, but at the same time, I mean,
I can't assume that
I
he performs.
understand.
He hasn't in the playoffs yet.
Yeah,
So
I understand that both forward cores are both forward groups are close. I do get it. I just still don't think that there's any competition when it comes to McKinnon, Rantanen, and Makar. I think there's no competition. So
yeah,
like I don't think
that's the
there's
thing. I'd easily give the edge to like I'm not, and that's not me saying that like that the Jets have a bad forward core or the Jets have a bad D core. I just think that the Avs D core and forward core I definitely give to the Avs, but
yeah,
then the discrepancy in goaltending is not even close.
yeah. But that's what I mean.
I think it's me. That's why Hellebuck is the X factor.
Yeah, so that's why he's the X factor because like the way that we think that goaltending is not close is how I actually think that in general, sure, forwards are close, but I don't think it's close when you bring in McKinnon, Rantanen, and when you bring in Makar in there. I don't think it's close for in that sense. Like I don't think anyone on Winnipeg as a group, yes, they're great. I don't think anyone on Winnipeg gives you the firepower of McKinnon or Makar. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's close in that matter. Like not at all, because they're beasts. But yeah, but I think it's gonna be a close series if people who are supposed to perform.
Yeah. The D core on the Jets is like they're all a bunch of like outside Morrissey and Pionk are very offensive defensemen, and then the other four are just large dudes that like
Which
DeMelo's
does
good
help in
defensively.
playoffs. It's shown.
Yeah, oh, like I think DeMelo is good defensively. Dylan is okay defensively, and Stanley and Sandberg are just big. They're not good defensively.
But
They're just
Schmidt
big.
will be back.
Schmidt is back, but he was healthy scratch, so we don't know if he's actually been playing or not. So that's a coaching decision. I don't know. But the thing is, I think the Jets also weren't heavily reliant on their D core to be amazing this season because of the way Hellebuck plays. Like he overshadows a lot of their defensive errors. Because he is one of the more he has some of the more high danger saves in the league. Like he's up there for sure, and I think he leads in goal save above average. So he has proven that he can play behind mid level D core and still perform. So as long as he does that, I think this is a triple overtime game 7 series.
Jets in 6.
6.
Oh, all
That's
right.
a hot take.
Sophie, what are you up?
Avs in 7.
It's gonna be 7 games. I'm gonna say Avs in 7 as well. Yeah, I think as I said, I think the McKinnon and Makar factor is gonna pull up in Game 7 and win the series.
Yeah, I think if it goes 7, Avs win for sure.
Yeah. As much as I wanted to say Winnipeg, I already did want to say Winnipeg. I think
I wrote Winnipeg down. It's 7. I still said Avs. Because the more you kept saying McKinnon and Rantanen and Makar,
But I would argue, even though they have the higher end talent on Colorado, if one of them doesn't perform and Hellebuck does, like even if McKinnon lights it up, but Makar isn't doing as well, then that also makes it more difficult for them,
There is
especially
a
because you're
this goes
assuming
back
that
to
Colorado is also going to let in a decent amount of goals with Georgiev.
but we're not though, because the Avs don't let in a lot of goals, even though they have no matter what goalie they have because their decor is so good.
Sorry, what was the score recently against? I don't remember what team. They lost like 9-1 or something, or 9-3.
Bro, at the end of the season, anything can happen, man. I'm gonna
In
keep
the
bringing up the
playoffs,
captain
anything can happen.
bro. The thing is, fair enough, but you guys are both history guys. I am averse to history sometimes. The one thing I will say is with player performance specifically, if a guy has done it recently and multiple times, I'm more likely to favor him over someone that hasn't. Hellebuck hasn't really done it yet in the playoffs. I'm not saying that he can't or that he won't, but he hasn't. Where Makar, McKinnon, Rantanen have all recently done it, and are both and all three of them are extremely hot coming into this playoff series. So with that, I would give them the edge.